Hello all, in this video we will try to take a huge dataset, most popular datasets which are being used by different people, and try to uh, use some of the functions, inbuilt functions or methods that are there in the pandas data frame. So now for this what we have done is we have a dataset of English Premier League teams. So, what basically this data set has is the player, his position, nationality, age, and how many goals he scored, how many goals he scored with right foot, how many goals he scored with left foot. There are different parameters in this data set, and uh, for this what we did is in our Jupyter notebook, as we are using Jupyter notebook, you can see here this is the link folder. So till now in our previous videos we have used projects defects anaconda.csv. Now in this we have downloaded a data set of the English Premier League, and we have tried to create a folder called datasets. And in this datasets, we have English Premier League stats, Indian Premier League cricket stats, and in the EPL stats, we have the dataset which we have shown here, which is related to the player parameters. So now what we are basically doing is we are just trying to get the data, print the data, and see in the Jupyter notebook and play around with the data. So first of all, let us try to import pandas spd, right? Again, data frame. Okay, now pd dot, we are going to read the csv file. So now previously we just directly read the csv file which was in the main folder, but now this csv file is in datasets epl stats, okay, slash the actual file name. So this is the file name, okay. So now let us try to print the data frame. Okay, so when we try to print the data frame, if you run it, okay, what has happened, it says data sets. Okay, the directory could not be found. uh, let us try to check the file data. Okay, so this looks fine. You can see here we so now the path is correct. Okay, this is an error you can also see, you can also experience while you are writing your code. So it is in datasets, EPL stats, and then the file, and you can see the information being printed. So now the information is printed considering that there is a very less space that is available in the output of Jupyter notebook. So we will see how to print everything. Even if you print everything, it's very difficult to see here. Okay, so we will see that, but what we get to know is in this data set, okay, you particularly have 571 rows and 59 columns. Okay, so let us try to act on this data set using pandas data frames. Now let us assume I want to know in the 2020 season, so this is actually a 2020 season statistic, how many positions of players played in different teams, like how many midfielders played, how many goalkeepers played, how many forward players played. So that means I'm trying to get the data of those particular guys. And before going to that, this is very difficult to read, right? Now what we will do is we will try to print this in a good manner, in a visually appealing manner, in a standard data frame set. So now in this totally we have 572 players data in the data set, right? 0 to 572. Okay, now what we'll do is we will try to print the data using the slice function. So for that, data frame of, okay, and then 0 to 571. When you do this and then run this, you can see you get the data as you wanted. So Bernd Leno, okay, he was the Arsenal goalkeeper, right? You can get all the details. You can see his entire parameter set. Now we discussed that we will list down how many goalkeepers, how many defenders, how many forward players played in a particular season. That means this 2020 season data which we have. So for that, we have to use a function called value underscore counts. So we have the data frame, okay, and dot you queue the position here, the header here, okay, and in that header we want to know the counts, value underscore counts. So this is going to take this column and trying to find out the unique values within that column. Like unique value is like goalkeeper is one value. So how many goalkeepers are there? Defender is one unique. So how many defenders are there? So then it's going to list. Now if you see in a given season, in that Premier League season 2020, there were 198 midfielders, 194 defenders, forwards are 110, and the goalkeepers are 69. So you can see the emphasis in that particular league he was on midfielders and defenders. Now when you go to 2022 or 2023 or previous seasons, you might have a different distribution. Might be emphasis might be on that season to improve the forwards. So most probably if someone knows football knowledge, definitely midfielder and defenders are the ones which they try to buy from some other things. And similarly we can also print the nationalities. So like example, we want to know how many players from different countries have played in the EPL in that season. So when you check nationalities, you can see the dominance is from England. There are many players from England. Obviously, right? It's a English Premier League. It's played in England, and basically the county teams, and you have high player count from England, and there are many players from France, Spain. You have too many players, and as you go down you can see there are lesser player counts, and that's how we can get the data. So from a data set using the pandas data frames, you can extract the data, you can give also visual view of this data. So that we will check later. So you know now, if you are a watcher of English Premier League and you know how people quickly get the statistics and try to like give in the commentary or display them in the live. So they just get this data from different methods that are there in pandas data frame, and take the data set basically, and act on it and immediately get the data, put it in a visual form and display on the screen. So the things have become so easier, right? There are many other things that can be done, the visualizations and all, which we will talk in the next videos. Thank you.